Hey y'all, Missy Howard here, and today we're going to be doing southern potato salad. It need not be complicated. I'm seeing a lot of recipes on the internet that seem to be causing a lot of confusion about what southern potato salad is. So I'm going to clear that up. Okay, one of the first things you're going to need, of course, is russet potatoes, not red potatoes, not Yukon Gold potatoes, russet potatoes. And these were rather large, and so I cut them mostly in quarters like so. You can kind of see how big they are. And leave the skins on. There's a reason for that, and those skins are going to come off. Okay, and of course we're going to need a half tablespoon of pepper and a teaspoon of salt. We're going to need a 1/4 cup of mustard. That's yellow mustard, not Dijon. Okay, not ground mustard. No fancy mustard, just yellow mustard. Okay, we're going to need 2 stalks of chopped celery. I leave the leaves on. I chop the leaves up with the celery. Okay, and we're going to need, here's what I used for the pickle relish. Okay, this is bread and butter sandwich slices, or you can use the regular pickles. This is a 1-pound jar. They're all chopped up in there, and I'm going to be using some juice from the bread and butter pickle jar. Sorry. Okay, and you're going to need 8 eggs. Okay, like 5 of them you're going to chop up like this, and like 3 of them you're going to slice up. Those are going to go on top as a garnish. These are going to go inside the potato salad. You're going to need 2 cups. Yes, I said it. 2 cups of Duke's mayonnaise or Hellmans mayonnaise. Not Miracle Whip, not Kraft, none of that crazy stuff. Just good old Duke's or Hellmans will do. Okay. Alright. And let's see here. You're also going to need, okay, this is 1 onion. It's a vidalia onion, and it has to be vidalia. And as you can see, I've taken the center of the onions out, and these will be discarded because this is where the really strong hot flavor of the onion is, and I really don't want that in my potato salad. I don't know about you. And last but not least, southern potato salad must be sprinkled with paprika. Okay, and then the egg garnishes go on top. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on high, okay, and bring this to a boil. And then I'm going, after it comes to a boil, I'm going to turn it down to like medium high, and let them cook until they're tender. I can't really put a time on that. It's generally 20, 25, 30, 35 minutes. Depends on your potatoes. You want to test them with a fork to see if they're fork tender. So just stay tuned, and I'll be right back after we get to phase 2 of this operation. Thank you. Okay, what I have done for phase 2 is I have taken all of the ingredients that I showed you. The salt, pepper, onions, pickles, celery, mayonnaise, mustard, onion, I don't know if I said onion, and the chopped eggs, and I mixed them all up, and that will serve as my dressing for the southern potato salad. Stay tuned, I'll be right back. Okay, on to phase 3. The potatoes are done, and so I put them in a strainer and drained all the boiling water off of them. Then I ran cold water over them after putting them back in the pot, drained that cold water off, and then I added cold water again, drained that off, and then I add cold water again with some ice, and I'm going to let these sit for about 10 minutes so that they can cool off. So that stops the cooking process so that you won't have mashed potato salad. Okay, and as you can see, these skins will pretty much just slip right off. Okay, so they'll be easy to chop and everything. I'll just be able to easily remove the skins. And so after I've done that, I will be right back, and just stay tuned. Thank you. Okay, I have my potatoes peeled. The peels came off really easily. I just used a spoon, and with this method you also save the potato, because when you peel them with a knife before you boil them and whatnot, you actually waste a lot of potatoes. So you want them somewhat firm, as you can see. Alright, you don't want them too cooked or too mushy. So like When the water began to boil, I turned it down to like medium high, like right between, and I let them boil for about 10 minutes, okay? And that got them to this sort of a firm stage right there, which is what you want. And I'm going to be taking these and putting them in the refrigerator for about an hour. This is roughly 4 pounds of potatoes, okay? And I use that amount because of the size of my boiling pot here. You could make more or less, that's entirely up to you. So stay tuned and I'll be right back. Thank you. Potatoes have chilled and now it's time to dress them. I left them in the fridge for about an hour. So I'm going to take this 1/2 cup scoop and I'm going to go into my dressing here, and I'm going to add a couple of these, maybe 3, let's see here, let's see, I'm thinking maybe 4. Yeah, 4. Alright, okay, and then I'm going to stir this up, and then I'm going to see if I need more dressing. Okay, as you can see, it's looking really good. What a pretty dressing. What pretty potatoes, right? And I ended up using 3 tablespoons of the bread and butter pickle juice in this dressing, which I forgot to tell you about before. But the recipe is going to be below this video if you need it. Okay, and because of the size of my cooking pot, I can only do like 4 pounds of potatoes at a time. And I plan on doing more like 8 to 10, and so that's why we have so much dressing. If you're not going to make that much, you know, you can modify, cut the recipe in half for the dressing for the potatoes or whatever. And as you can see, the potatoes are nice and firm. I prefer big chunks, okay, like about like that. Well, let's see here. You know, like so, okay. Rather than the little chunks. That's just a personal preference. It's really up to you how you do your potato salad, but this is a good classic southern potato salad. Some people add a little bit of celery seed to their dressing or whatever. Now this pot is the same one that I used to boil the potatoes, and so all I did was rinse it out and use a towel to dry it out and everything, and I'm just going to use the same pot for my potatoes here. So anyway, I'm going to mash the potato salad down real pretty like, because it's all nice and stirred. Alright, and then I'm going to sprinkle it with black pepper and then the red paprika, and then I'm going to top it with the egg slices, and I'll be right back to show you what that looks like. Thank you and stay tuned. Well, isn't that just pretty now? Of course, after stirring, the inside of the pot was kind of a mess, so I took a clean wet towel and kind of cleaned around that, and then I sprinkled some black pepper on top after smoothing down the potato salad, and then some red paprika, and then topped with some egg slice garnishes. And as for the rest of this, like I said, it will be used for the second batch. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this recipe and have a great day. Bye-bye.